Hello students and welcome in the online session of class 6th Science, Chapter 9, The Living Organisms and Their Surroundings. This is the first video of the lesson. So let us see what we are going to learn in today's session. So we'll cover the topic organisms and the surroundings in which they live, then habitat and the different types of adaptations which are seen in the different animals. So let's start with the first slide of introduction. Now here in the slide you can see various pictures are shown. So here you can see that there is a forest area shown and the different types of animals which can live in these areas are also shown. So you can see here lion, elephants, tigers, bears. So these are the different animals which live in the forest areas. Then the second place you can see here is the polar region. Okay, so everywhere there is a snow covered area and there are different animals are found here like polar bears, okay, white squirrels, then penguins are there, eel fishes are there. So these are the different animals which are found in the polar areas. Then if you can see in the grassland areas you can find these different animals, okay, bears, foxes, then tigers, okay, and in the pond areas or the water areas you can find the aquatic animals living there. Now you can see here different types of places are there. There are ocean places, woodland where many of the trees are present, then there are desert areas, then there are rainforest areas. तो ये जितने भी एरियाज़ हैं ये अलग अलग तरह के एरियाज़ हैं, लेकिन हर एरिया में व्हाट इज़ द कॉमन थिंग दैट हर एरिया में कुछ अलग तरह के एनिमल्स देखने को मिलते हैं और कुछ अलग तरह के प्लांट्स देखने को मिलते हैं, राइट? Now you can see there are various living organisms which can be found in these areas. वहाँ पे plants भी मिलते हैं, humans भी मिलते हैं, okay, different types of animals which can live are also present, microorganisms, different trees are present, different small plants are present, shrubs, herbs, everything can be seen in these different areas. Okay, you can see the plants in the oceans also, you can see the plants in the deserts also, you can see the plants in the forest areas also. And animals can also be found in all these types of places. So the living place where the organisms can live, they are called their habitats. Fine. Now here you can see there are living beings also present in these areas as well as non-living things are also present in these areas. So in this chapter we will learn about the different types of living organisms and in which surroundings they can live. ठीक है, कौन कौन से living organisms हैं और वो किस किस तरह की जगहों पर जो है मिलते हैं या रहते हैं, ओके, वेदर दे आर प्लांट्स और वेदर दे आर एनिमल्स, एंड व्हाट आर देयर स्पेशल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ड्यू टू विच दे कैन लिव देयर. सपोज अ कैक्टस प्लांट कैन बी फाउंड इन द डेजर्ट एरिया, then what is so special in the cactus plant that makes it live in the desert area? If a polar bear can live in the polar region, then what are the special characters or what are the special changes in its body so that the polar bear can live in the snow covered areas? Okay, so these all we'll find in the lesson in the forward slides. So let's begin with the organisms and surroundings where they live. Fine. Now in different places we find different organisms. Okay, we know that when we go to different places, so different types of plants and different types of animals can be seen there. So when you go to a desert area you can see the camel there. Fine, camels are generally not seen in the snow covered areas. So camels, if someone want to see the camel, then the person has to go to the desert area only. But when you visit mountain areas or hilly areas you find goats and yaks. Okay, here is a picture of the yak. So if you go to the mountain areas you find yak. Yak is not present in the desert areas. So there are different organisms which are found in different places. Same way, if you go in the sea or the ocean, nearby ocean areas, you will find their crabs, you will find their fishes. Okay, so these type of aquatic animals can be seen only in the sea. Okay, now plants are different in different places, like different animals are found in different places. Same way, different plants are also found in the different places. In desert areas, generally cactus plants can be seen most. Okay, now let us see in the further slides that what is a habitat and what is adaptation. So as I told you that habitat is the living place of the organism. जो भी प्लांट है या जो भी एनिमल है, जिस जगह वो रहते हैं उस एरिया को हम हैबिटेट बोलते हैं, ठीक है। एंड एडेप्टेशन जो होता है, एडेप्टेशन मीन्स द स्पेशल चेंजेस इन द बॉडी ड्यू टू विच द ऑर्गेनिज्म कैन लिव इन अ पर्टिकुलर एरिया, राइट। एडेप्टेशन मीन्स बॉडी में कुछ खास इस तरह के चेंजेस होना या इस तरह के एडेप्टेशंस होना, सो दैट दैट पर्टिकुलर animal or plant can live in that particular area. Like in the sea, plants and animals are surrounded by saline water. Okay, saline water means salty water. So in the sea areas, all the plants living in the sea and all the animals which are living in the sea, they all are surrounded by the salty water. Now salty water, as the sea water contains lots of salts and minerals, so that water is completely salty. But there is very little water present in the desert areas. So both the areas are shown here in the pictures, a desert area also and a sea area also. Now in the desert area, it is very hot during the daytime and very cold during the night time. Okay, why is it so? Is it so because during the daytime the desert gets hot very quickly with the help of sunlight. Land gets heated up very quickly and gets cooled up also very quickly. So in the daytime, this land area in the desert gets very quickly hot, and in the night time what happens, when the land starts cooling, the temperature also goes down and it becomes completely cool. So in the night time it is very cold in the desert areas and it is very hot during the daytime. Now the animals and plants of the deserts live on the desert soil and breathe air from the surroundings. All the animals and plants which are living in the desert area, they are present in the desert soil only, and they take the air from the surrounding areas. Now you can see here that sea and desert both are two different types of surroundings, two different types of areas. But in the sea, near the sea areas also plants are present, in the desert also plants are seen. So now what are the different changes in these plants which make them live in these places? Like the plants which are found in the desert areas, they have some special characteristics, and the plants which are found near the sea areas, they might have some different changes in their body due to which they are present in this climate. Okay, so let us now find out one by one what are the different adaptations or the changes in the body of the animals and plants so that they can live in a particular environment. So I think it is very clear that what is a habitat. So habitat is the place where the plant or the animal lives, and adaptations are the changes in their body, the special characters in their body so that they can survive in that particular area. Now first of all we will study about camel. Okay, now all of you know that camel is a desert animal. Now camels, as you can see in the picture here also, they have very long legs, right? The legs are very long, that are useful for them to protect themselves from heat of sand. Why they have long legs? There is a reason behind it, because due to the height of the body, their neck area and their mouth area can remain away from the hot sand. That's why the legs are very long. Now this is one of the characteristic which helps the camel to live in the desert areas. Now second thing is that they do not sweat. They do not sweat. Camels generally do not sweat, because if they will sweat, there will be loss of water from their body, and in the desert areas there is very shortage of water, so camels generally do not sweat. Camels lose very little water from their body so that they can live for many days without water. Okay, because if there is no sweating, there will be no loss from the loss of water from the body, and camels can live for many days without water. Then next adaptation is that dung of the camel is also very dry. The camel waste, the waste which is coming out from the camel's body, is also very dry. So from there also there is no loss of water. So this is all about camel as a desert animal. I hope the adaptations of the camels are clear to you all. Okay, so first adaptation we have seen that they have long legs. Okay, they do not sweat. There is no loss from the body of the camel, there is no loss of water from the body of the camel, and the dung, that means the waste which is coming out of the camel body, is also very dry. Okay, now let us move on to the next slide and see fishes. Okay, now fish is a sea animal. Fish generally lives in the water. So there are a variety of fishes which are present in the water. Some of them are black in color, some of them are red in color. Then in the previous lesson we have studied that fishes have a streamlined shape. Okay, streamlined shape means the starting point of the body and the ending point of the body are narrow, and in the middle the body is broad. So they have a streamlined shape. So this is one of the adaptation which help them to live in water. So because of this streamlined shape, they can easily swim in the water. Then they have slippery scales present on their body. As you can see here in this fish, there are scales present on the skin like this. Okay, so these scales also protect the body of the fish and also helps the fish to swim very easily. Then fishes have fins also and tail fins also. Okay, now fins help the fishes to swim and tail fin help the fish to change the direction. Then fishes have gills. Gills are the respiratory organs. Okay, here the gills are present so that they can inhale the oxygen which is present in water. Okay, because fishes are living in water only, so from where they will get the oxygen? They will get the oxygen which is present in water only. Okay, so these are the adaptations of the fishes, that they have a streamlined shape, then they have scales present on their body, they have fins to swim, they have tail fin to change their directions, they have gills to respirate in the water. Okay, so these are the adaptations of the fish. Now let us move on to the next slide and see the definition for adaptation and habitat. So adaptation means the presence of specific features or certain habits which enable a plant or an animal to live in the surrounding. Okay, as we have discussed earlier, that adaptation means some special changes or some special features, you can say, or certain habits of the animals which help the plant or the animal to live in the surrounding. Okay, so you can write in simple language that adaptations are the special characteristics or the features which are present in the body of the plant or an animal which help them to live in a particular surrounding, and those special characters are called adaptations. Okay, like camels have a long legs, they do not sweat, so these are the special characteristics which help them to live in the desert areas. Now next is, what is habitat? So habitat means, habitat is the surroundings where the organisms live. The place, the surrounding areas where the organism, whether plant or animal, live is called as an habitat. So habitat means a dwelling place. Dwelling means where we live. So a home, simply a home. Okay, a place where the animal or the plant lives is called habitat. Now several kinds of plants and animals may share the same habitat. Like in a particular habitat, different kinds of plants and animals can live. Like in desert areas, camels can also live, squirrels can also live, lizards are there, then cactus plant can also live. So many animals and plants can share the habitat. So these two definitions you must have to learn. Okay. Now let's see the adaptations in the desert animals. So we have discussed earlier also that camel has long legs which keep the body away from the hot sand. You can see here how much the distance between the head area and the sand. So due to the long legs, the height increases and the head area goes away from the hot sand. Right? So this is one of the adaptation. Then it stores food as fat in its hump. Now you can see here the hump of the camel. Here, this is the hump, right? So this is the place where the food is stored in the body of the camel. Okay, this area is called as hump, and here the extra food and food is stored in the form of fats. And then if the camel does not get food for many days, it can utilize the food which is stored in the hump areas. Okay, in the same way, camels can also store water in their body, and because of that they can live without water for many days. So once they get the water, they drink a lot of water, okay, and store it inside their body, and whenever needed they utilize it, and that is the reason why they can live without water for many days. Now let us move on to the next slide Now here also in the picture you can see different types of animal habitats, the different types of places where the animals and plants can live. Like the first one here is the rainforest, forest areas. So we all know many types of plants, many types of animals can be seen in the desert area, in the forest areas. So you can see here monkeys are present, parrots, gorillas, chimpanzees, snake, tigers. These all are the animals which are found in the forest areas. Then polar areas, right? In the polar areas you can find polar bears, you can find penguins, then musk ox, then lemina, okay, then walrus, seal. So these are the animals which are found in the polar regions. These animals cannot live in the forest areas because their body has adaptations, their body has fur present on it, so that they can live in the snow covered areas. So fur which is present in their body keeps them hot, keeps them warm, and this is the adaptation. These are the changes in their body. Right, now monkeys have to live in the forest areas, so you can see that monkeys have long forelimbs and hind limbs. They have long legs and tails. Because of that they can easily hang on the branches of the trees. Right, so they are what? They are the adaptations. Now next area is the well area. Okay, now in the well areas you can see near the pond areas or near the river areas, fine, crocodiles can be seen, ducks can be seen, then frogs can be seen, okay, herons. So these are the different areas, animals which are seen near the water sources. Then desert areas, camels, scorpions, ostrich, right? So these animals are found in the desert areas. Now next one is marine areas, means sea areas. So in the sea we can find the fishes, dolphins, shark, octopus, whale, crabs. These are the animals which are found in the marine areas or sea areas. Then grasslands, the areas where grasses are present. So elephant, rabbit, lion, zebra, fine, these are the animals which are found in the grassland areas. So different types of animals are found in the different areas. There is no place in the world where there is no living organism present, right? If you open up your almirah, then also you'll find some of these spider or cockroaches present here and there in the corners also. So everywhere, and there are microorganisms present which we cannot see with our naked eyes. So living organisms are present in every corner of the earth, fine. So we have come to the summary. So we have learned about the different types of habitats today. Habitats are the living places of plants and animals. Then we have learned about adaptations. So adaptations means the special characters which help the plant or the animal to live in a particular surrounding area. Fine. So these two terms you have to remember. And these are the different habitats: desert, farmlands, then forest areas. Domestic means in our homes animals are living with us. Then oceans, polar areas, wetlands, tropical rainforest, savanna grasslands. These are some of the habitats where the plants and animals are found. Okay, so I think these two topics are very clear to you all, that what is a habitat and what are adaptations. And we have studied today the adaptations of camel and fishes, fine. So these adaptations of these two animals also you have to remember. So next topic of the lesson we'll cover in the next video session. Till then, all of you read your lessons from your textbook and stay home and stay safe.